Hola. I've been out shopping over at the Macro Plaza, and I just got back. I was at this store called Muebles Americas, and it's weird. It's kind of like like a rent-a-center. So at where it's at is where the Walmart is here in Fluvial, in Puerto Vallarta, in the Fluvial area. So anyways, Rose and I were shopping once a few days ago, and because of her allergies here out in the jungle area here, when we only have just a washing machine here at this house sit that we're doing, and normally we dry our clothes on a clothesline, and that's what you might have to get used to when you're out here in Mexico, that you'll have a washing machine maybe to do your laundry, but you won't have a dryer to dry your clothes. So normally everyone here, they dry their clothes out there on the clotheslines. And I actually have made a few clotheslines for extra ones when we do, like our bedroom sheets and everything else like that. But for her, because of all the dust and the mites and things like that from outside, and when they're burning grass and fields and trash, it makes it hard for her to, basically, she can't have that type of allergens on the clothes. Especially when after they've been washed and they dry outside and then they just collect dust anyway. So what I did was when we were at Walmart one time in that Macro Plaza, we happened to walk through the store that we saw this little item here, and it's an indoor dry, hang dry clothesline deal. It was on sale, 40% off. So I was like, you know what, I got to get in there, and when I get a chance, I got to go back and go get it. And it turned out this was the last one. And honestly, I couldn't tell if it was used or not. She told me it wasn't used, but I'll have to take her word for it. So there it is. That's the brand that they have here. And what I wanted to do was basically put it together and show you, how to put it together. I'm sure it's easy to assemble. I don't know what kind of tools it has need for, but I did bring my tools with me, some tools. We came here with only 2 suitcases, 2 backpacks, and a computer bag. That's all we took when we came out here to Mexico from Las Vegas. And I just want to show you how it goes. And I think it's something that anybody who's like house sitting that has allergy issues, or if you come out here as an expat or moving to Mexico, you may want to consider having an indoor dry hang clothes, whatever. I don't even know how you say it because it's not in English. Anyways, but you might want to have one of those for inside, because most likely you're going to move into a place or stay in a place that doesn't have a dryer. And number 2, when rainy season comes, I don't know what happens in rain season. Where do these people dry their clothes? But at least if I have one of these, I'm going to have a good start. So I'm going to open this box up, show you what's in here, and assemble it before you, and show you how easy it is to do it. Okay? So with that, let's go. Okay. There is something about Mexico. No matter what, loud music is playing pretty often. So if you hear anything in my recording, it's because my neighbor with the horse, he pulled out his amplifier like karaoke machine and brought it outside while he's like watching the horse. Anyway, I've separated everything out of the box. So if you see here, I have all these poles. Now the crazy thing about these poles is that because none of this stuff was wrapped. It was basically all open like this. The only things that were wrapped were these guys. So in order to make things easy for yourself, whenever you're in a situation where the width of your items that you're working with are so similar and you can't tell the difference, is you just start to lining them up against each other. If you see there, one's taller than the other one, and just start making piles. Take 2 or a few, line them all up together and start separating by their lengths. Okay, that's how you can distinguish between the widths. And when I got to these guys, it was easier because there's only 2 of this part, and that's in the instructions here that I have, which helped me because that's when I could stop. When I found those 2 of the same length that were taller than these guys, I could stop. So That's what made it faster. So if you see here, I have all these poles. I have the bases over there. I have these things that you'll see in the instructions that help to make the vertical poles connect. And then I have these, which I don't know what they are exactly. I have the wheels over there and I have the hardware. Now, what I did bring from the States, and what you should do whenever you're traveling, always have some kind of easy hand tools to have with you that are small and easy to put on an airplane in your bag so nobody steals them. First of all, I have my trusty Leatherman right here that I've always used for work because I'm an AV tech, an audio video technician, and I use this extremely often. And faithful C-wrench, which is my pride and joy from working AV, and this one has always been on me. So good thing I brought them to Mexico, huh? Well, it's time to start assembling. So I'm just using basically for me, I either stare at the box or I look at the diagram. So, and then what you'll see is there's always the letters on here that tell you what to do. So I know that J is going here, as this is J, there's only 2 of them based on instructions. Voila, there you go. Now, I just did it, I don't know, maybe in less than 20 minutes. But the good thing is, right now everything's assembled, so you can see the structure of it. It definitely will hold a lot of clothes, and we can keep this indoors. So we have another bedroom, or even that giant hallway outside this door, where we could store this, so that once the clothes come out of the washing machine, we just dry them up here. And considering the fact that we're on the second floor of this home, things will dry a lot faster, you know, because it does get warmer up here if we don't run all the AC units that's in the house. Now I did a hand tight job just to make sure, so that later I can make sure all the poles fit correctly. And if you remember, I had to do these 2 in the middle here, up here, because I totally like was looking at 2 extra ones going, what the heck, what do I do with these? But I put them in there and it looks great, you know. The only thing to do now is just to go ahead and tighten it. So what I do realize from this is all I need is my tool out of here, which is my screwdriver tool. So I'll need a screwdriver, and I think it's a Phillips head to do that, and also the C-wrench to hold those nuts together and screw them in a little bit tighter. But that thing is adjustable, and if you see here, you can, when you're not using it, it has the resources to basically drop one of the levels down, or all of them, and just kind of multitask with it. So I think it's probably going to be a great product. I'm like not doing a review on this because the likelihood of you finding it, I mean, you can find something similar to this, but maybe not this exact model. But for the pesos that I spent on it with my 40% discount, I think it was worth it for right now, especially because this is something I can probably pack and take on a bus with us when we travel around, because we have some other house sits to do in Mexico after this one in Puerto Vallarta. So we will be in other cities outside of here, and you'll find out on our channel, but we have them set up already, and we're looking forward to slow traveling Mexico as we try to find our spot, you know, where do we fit here in this great country. So with that, you know, if you get a chance and you have one of these and you use one of these in Mexico, let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Adios, amigos. Ciao.